I lied.
More stream. Please come stream.
A nice chill stream of a skin that we didn't decide on before the stream.
Yep, it's okay because I actually have to fix like a fucking UV scene here somewhere. This is like one of them is a bit stretched out. Oh, it's this one. Where is that? Oh motherfucker, that's why it's stretched out.
So
I've missed a few. Don't worry, it's not a big deal.
Right, what? No, I trust your process. What are we doing for the announcement?
Oh, it's just a icy skin stream, I guess. Because he still needs his default.
Sounds good. Okay, so how do you
people can see some more fur and stuff.
Skin stream. YouTube.
Okay, that should fix some small issues I had. Just making sure there's no more issues. Yeah, because that's that was an issue, and then that one that was an issue, but it's not gonna be anymore. Right.
It's got a glowy mouth.
Excuse me, Snoop, shut up. Stop yelling. There's food on the floor. Ah, Corn, it's because you fucking forgot his bath.
Huh?
You forgot Snoop's bath.
What's happening?
Bath.
Buff?
Bath.
Buff?
Bath. He was yelling.
Oh, buff.
Stream.
Oh, stream. Buff.
Bath.
Bathroom. Rusty Showerhead. Hello, how you doing?
That's very from the talk about bath. No, Snoop's bath. Bath. Just make sure I haven't missed any more fucking.
Yes, the skin is looking very nice. You hear the pigeon. There are now two pigeons. They could be either.
Oh, Spap just yelled, so it's probably him. Oh, sorry, I'm just like checking to give it. I had a amount of double checking them.
Dennis. Hello. What a soundscape. Is it bad? Is it okay? Okay, we can shut it up. But go make notes. Just make the food.
Oh, he's weighing my feet under the table again.
Can I have five eggs?
What?
5 eggs. Scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Wait till you don't want chicken.
Right.
Well, if there is chicken.
Tail, there was a thing. It was a thing in the
If
tail.
not, chicken sauce. Thank you.
I think this is
2 pigeons, yes. Kidnapped another one.
That's it. Oh yeah, that was the thing. That was a fucking problem. I'm just fixing up some UV issues here. No, it's not gonna need a whole ass new whatever. Maxi. It is just very easy to accidentally miss like a pixel worth of something. I'll go there, go there.
So many shape keys. For what are they?
Oh,
So
that's
only
not
check
even
S.
all of them. CC stands for not content creator, but it stands for character creator. Customization. Character customization is what it was. Fuck me.
Bendy horns.
And tail. I need to make them for tail too, so there's gonna be a lot more.
And the back spines.
Oh, wait, it goes.
And a bunch of other stuff.
No, I mean it. Mark the seam right there. Thank you. Just making sure there's no holes. Customers. If there's any holes up here, it's also a bit suspicious.
Can we see the full mode real quick? Someone said.
The full what mode?
I think they meant model.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry, he's in the middle of
hello,
a
Raven.
flight. But like here he is. Let me T-pause him for you.
Look at that flight.
That I only just like put on the haircuts. But like yeah, that's the model.
So Isaiah? Hope you're all well. A question, if I may, but is the new Vulgar model being finished? No, we're not working on any dragons or any AI or anything like that.
Don't say
So
like that,
we're
Clive.
not
You're gonna make it
in
sound
the
like we're
alpha.
cancelling it. Is it going to be finished? Yeah, at some point, but not for the alpha.
That's what I
Simple
was
answer.
saying, and then you interrupted.
Yeah, but you're doing it way too long. You're like,
It's
no, we're
not.
not gonna finish this and that. It's like, Jesus Christ, say the first thing they want
Woman,
to hear. Yes,
shush.
it will be finished, but not for the alpha.
Egg has cancelled it. Egg is no longer adding it to the game.
I'm quitting, guys. I'm quitting. Nothing's coming to the game.
No, she's not actually quitting, but she's changing everything slightly. So we're going to add the Kieran head to the IC.
But yeah,
But
like,
no, the Volgan's not in the alpha, so it's not being worked on, but it will be worked on probably in the beta or early access or whatever.
but the fur is going to be a customization thing. I actually have to separate it from the tail here, so you can decide if you want tail fur or not. And then we're gonna have to put a little bit here on the wings, like right there.
There's a lot of people that there's a lot
then
of
a little
people
bit
here
of
already
cheeks.
on a Friday.
A little bit of cheeks. I'm planning on putting some fur there and some fur there. Don't worry about this piece. I'm fixing it in a substance later. You guys will see me
Hello,
fix
typical tuber. Hello, Chayu. Hello, Sci-Fire. Alpha will start next year, March, right? Yes, but people that have donated on the Indiegogo and have the relevant tier, which gives them a copy of the game, they'll get access later on this year in a pre-alpha-esque thing. We'll be using ALOT as test subjects with our new mechanics.
Just making sure stuff. This is it should be.
Is this the new flight that I have not seen, by the way?
Yeah, this is the turning flight. It's low FPS right now because I have it, but like this is the new turning. And you can see like a little bit of rippling in like the back fin wings here from the air. And like one leg is further down than the other because he's leaning really hard.
Yeah, so this is obviously turning hard left,
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
or banking left. Yeah,
It's not banking, it's
looks
turning.
very good. There's a lot of people here on a Friday.
Flying
20 people.
forward is... Don't worry about it. I have a problem with my blender currently, so I have to lube it on both sides to make it smooth. Else it's just like, nope, let's make a fucking like transition here that's just gonna be jarring. Don't ask me why.
Sorry,
I
did
probably
you
need to transfer it
did
to
you
a new
say
blend
lube?
file.
Did you say loop it on both sides or lube it on both sides?
Loop.
Loop, right.
But like this is.
Hi, waiting. Someone in chat said waiting for you to give it pit hair.
What hair?
Armpit hair.
Oh no. But like here he is, flying around. Like you know, he's gone. Oh no, there he goes.
So we have decided then that you're animating the tails. We're not doing that.
I'm animating the
Other idea,
tails,
right?
yeah. But if you want physics on it, you can still
Yeah.
put physics on an animated tail.
Hmm.
You can do both.
Yeah, because I know that you and the senior coder were talking about it a while back. Can a human player ride a dragon player if the dragon player consents? Well, that's what we call nomads, and we're currently figuring out how nomads are going to work. But we have an idea, and it's went from reasonably dark to now grim dark, which is where we want it to go. But yes, in the future. But nomads will be the last thing that we add. How did you get a feel for the distance and size of the scales and the plates? Every time when I try to sculpt something organic, it goes fast, uneven.
Whoa, hold on.
Just a lot of practice.
No, size of the scales and place. That's like rules. If I've done like so many dinosaurs, it's just like rules there. If you want something to feel big, you know, like you have the big scales and you have like small scales. It's really weird. I cannot explain. It's the same with the teeth and the face, especially the eyes. If you have small eyes, it just feels like a large creature. And a big body. Yeah. I was looking for... I have to... There we go. I'm stretching it a lot here, but it's not even a finished animation. I just want to show off, like, it has like the... It has like lips. It can growl.
Yep.
Look, big lips up.
Confirmed, our Icycrown can give smooches.
Look, he can growl.
Grr. Me and Ek will be voicing all the dragons, by the way. All the sounds will be based off our
Grr!
voices.
Ha ha ha! Raw!
Grr. Rar. XD.
I'm gonna do that.
When did the alpha start without when did alpha starts without what? Without Indiegogo. So there'll be a free period in March, which will last 2 months, which is how long the Kickstarter will last. Once the Kickstarter is over, it will never be free to play again, probably.
That's what all my shapes are for, and then you connect it up with, you know.
Yeah, so this is part of the revamped customization system that we're going for. So you can change all the different elements.
Yeah, and you can be like, oh, you want a
But
little bit of
when-
this, but you want some length, and then you can actually angle the jaw just a tiny bit, and then you can have the tiny bit there, and then if you don't want a fully long nose, you could just like have a medium long nose. Oh, and your eyebrows, if you browse, like, oh, I want evil eyebrows, you get evil eyebrows. It's quite cool if you, like, maximize it. Ow! Don't bite me!
I'm only ever going to play with everything maxed out in customization options.
Look, this is like one of the maximization. And then if I make the horns as long as I can do, I can curve it down and then I curve them out. And it's like little handlebar horns. and then we curve them out, and then I could curve them up instead, and then I curve them in a bit.
But the point about customization features that Ek is showing off is that none of them. It will drastically change the look of the Icy, but it won't change the silhouette of the Icy. So that way, people, when they see it, they're like, "Okay, that's an Icycrown." Or if they see a shadow, they'll know it's an Icycrown. So you won't be able to change any body proportions. Like you won't be able to extend its like neck or body or anything like that.
I did work on the growth a little bit more, and now it's a very baby. Very like ugly, scrunkly baby, but it is baby.
Show me, baby. Oh my god, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's like, look at it. It can stare
It's
at
like,
you.
oh,
It's staring at you with those big old eyes.
it has no eyes.
It does. You can see. You can look at the eyeballs.
Oh god, it's fucking horrific.
Big old blocky head. Look, it's a baby. It's the whale
It's a baby.
baby. And now he's big boy.
Hold on, I have to wait for you to change it to big boy. It's not big boy. It's grey. Now it's big boy. Okay. I like that it's different. It looks different. It's not just a smaller version.
Yeah,
Which is
and
nice.
I mean the best part is like you take away the things that it's known for, like the big nose horn and stuff, that it slowly has to grow into because keratin. And also wait so the teeth comes in. And the chest especially is like completely bare, it just has like some little knobs. And like even the claws are a little short and stubby, and then it grows in. Because I cannot change the thing, and then the tail is completely flat as well. It has to grow in the keratin, and the spear is gone. And it has to grow in the spear tip here. And yes, he works fine with animations.
Okay, I'm just going to answer some of these questions in the chat that are building up. Did you use brushes or did you make every scale separately?
I use brushes, of course. If you make every scale separately, you are... That's torture. I don't think anybody wants torture. I pay for a lot of things like that.
Brushes.
It's not really brushes, it's alphas. You gotta look for some scale alphas, it's worth it.
I want to have an Aragon moment while me and the human player is throwing magic with my buddy dragon who's throwing fire. There is no magic in our game. Also, there are no AI dragons or NPC dragons. The nomad system that we're doing, can I explain what we were talking about the other day?
I guess so.
Yeah. So, our game is grimdark. It's always been aimed at grimdark, but we haven't really had a way to make it grimdark. So we're slowly adding things in over time. And the Nomad system originally was planned to be dark, but now we've converted it to being grimdark. And what that basically means is nomads are not very nice people. And the dragons that you'll be riding are the nomad humans that have somehow put sort of their essence into sort of a husk of a dragon that they have grown. So there is a reason why they are deformed. Sort of saying yet, but there is a reason why they are deformed. And it's we're kind of going with that, and it's not going to be happy Aragon riding, the dragon. It's more so. Oh god, what is that? If you've watched Love, Death and Robots, there is a episode where people control monsters and fight each other. It's more like that, in a sense, but it's not It's not a loving relationship. It's very much they see the dragons as tools. So that's sort of
A
that.
tool for power, really.
A tool for power, and that's why no one likes them. How much do you speculate the actual game will cost? Probably between £20 and £30, but that is subject to change. The Icycrown headcam is funny, yeah. Is it all customizable, like eyes, brows, tail length, wing length, horn length? Is there much different species? I'm getting ready for work right now, but I am listening. So, Ek, do you want to quickly take over that one?
I already answered in chat.
Okay. Just
Because you were just like monologuing, so I'm just answering in chat.
So, yeah, but then I have to read it out. So you can adjust the wing length. You can't adjust the wing length or body proportions, but you can adjust a lot of spikes, fur, and details to make it feel like your own creation. This looks like Baby Sinclair. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
I can't imagine how much work it went in to make the transition like that. Ek, how much work went into the transition?
What transition? It's a slider. It goes a lot of work into like making them off, but like once you made it, it just transitions really easy. But you have to test in between transitions to see if like something breaks, and then you have to adjust it on the model, but I've already done that.
It's Baby Sinclair from the Muppets, I'm assuming.
I don't know what that is.
It's a really cursed dinosaur puppets. I'll send it to you. The only dragon character game that I really loved before discovering this was the Eye of the Dragon. Again, I have no idea what that is.
I
saying the
played
baby
it. It's
looks
a
like that.
very old game. Very old dragon game. Do you have to just search as the Eye of the Dragon? It came out like 2002.
Dennis, if Dennis has said it doesn't work on my PC via Steam because I changed to Windows 10. If you're in the Discord, or you should be in the Discord, the demo shut down like 2 months ago.
What do you mean you changed to
Because it's
Windows 10? I have Windows 10, that's no problem. It's just been revoked and taken away from everybody because we're remaking
No one
shit.
has access to it.
Nobody has access. Only developers has access.
Well, we don't. Not really.
We do, once they upload it. We have it.
So Dragoni says, I do every scale separately, but that's in 2D art. It's still pain, but I cannot imagine how much more painful it would be in 3D. It's probably
No,
easier
you
in
don't. You
3D.
don't do it separately. You only make the big feature scales usually separately, but like you literally just have a brush.
Yeah. Yeah, Egg doesn't put that much work into these models. Come on.
But you have to do all the wrinkles and muscles and the skin folds and everything else manually. Yeah, by hand is fucking ass. But the scales, you just do the big feature scales, and the rest you can just have with stuff. So.
Dennis was talking about Eye of the Dragon game.
Ah, that's always ways of doing it. I have played it on my Windows 10. My brain, it is fuck. I have that textures fuck.
You're gonna add more customization options. Skin. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have to open up the file first, which I'm doing currently, and my brain is just short circuiting because of all these texture files. And I'm like, oh my god, which one is it? I think is this one. Let me just check.
Salaman. I'm just going to say salamander. I don't know what it. I followed from afar, but I wanted to say your project looks amazing, and where you already got given inspiration. Keep going. Thank you.
When was this made? it was 23rd of July. This one was 23rd. That was done at like midnight. Okay, it must be this one. That's the eye. I don't care about the map of Icy is good. I should have enabled. Yeah, I did the UV tile flow. Hold on. I'm just changing window. There we go. Select the normal map.
Weather Fang, no, because that would take away from the other player's experience. The way that nomads will work gameplay wise is you will start off as a human player, regardless of what you want to do. You have to spawn as a human. You have to get to a point where you have a base, and you then have to find a dragon egg, and you have to go through a certain process, which we're sort of not going to explain just yet. But then you grow the dragon, and one of you can then become that dragon. If your teammate wants to ride on the dragon, they can, but whoever is playing the dragon will have full control. The person that is riding on the back of the dragon can fight off the dragon, but they can't control the dragon. If they're not holding anything, they'll be able to point in a direction if you want. But most of the time, people are going to be playing in Discord or some other.
Hold on, I'm
voice
just exiting.
application.
Save the changes.
So
thing,
there's
and
that.
then open up my subspendings again, and then I'll hopefully get my sensitivity back. Recent files, template. Hope that this one works now. Please, come on. I just need my. Why is my thing? Oh my god! Hold on. I'm troubleshooting my tablet. Why the fuck? Well, I have to Google this. I'm troubleshooting. You guys can talk.
Hi. That is all.
Devices. So it only works with Windows Ink. Of course it fucking does.
I can see this being extremely very cool for Hydra Dragon work together against a kingdom. Yeah, we hope that it'll be more interesting than just sort of flying on your friend.
What the fuck do you mean? I
things
write with my right hand. What the fuck? Show cursor hand.
But yeah, we have plans to make it more interesting and making it very dark, which will be cool. Icycrown looks like it's going to be hilarious to see head on. Well, at least if you're not panicking in combat. I think most things look dumb when you stare at them
No! The Icycrown head on looks really good. Look at that. He's very fearsome. Big Snoot. But it doesn't have a dirt face. It actually looks straight ahead at, on you. So that's you. It's touching you. It's touching you with its big snoot. Oh no! The snoot is getting longer.
Oh no! Is it telling a lie or is it happy to see you?
Is it in my to erase a mapping? Mapping explorer. Options, please. Hover click, pressure compatibility. No, just give me the goddamn thing.
Goddamn.
Click and tap, but it's. Okay, my touch ring express keys.
Oh god, there's 30 people watching it.
Yeah, I'm under
30
pressure.
entire-
I am troubleshooting why my pressure does not work
Pressure.
with this goddamn thing. Because I have all the programs up and it works, so I know my pen is not fucked. It's just the program is just.
Big Snooze mentioned, if it was in fog, watch me like that, not gonna lie, I don't have a heart attack. Yeah, probably. To be honest, I think if anything, the size of an Icycrown staring at you from fog, you would die.
Sure,
From the first angle, it looked horrifying when it changed. Yeah, it looks like a goblin shark.
Devices, pen and Windows devices. Settings.
So, while Ek is troubleshooting, does anyone have any questions that they'd like answered or are curious about the game?
What's up, Bobby? Oh.
That pigeon. Pooch.
Windows ink workspace. That enables show Windows ink.
Hello, I've been following you since the beginning, and I love your work. I'm very excited about the game. Question: are the nomads, aka the humans that team up with dragons, still planned? Yes. They will be added once all the other dragons are placed in, and they'll be added like basically as one of the final base game editions. This is because we have like kind of a lot of things planned for them, and it's not just, you know, you find an egg, you hatch the egg, then your teammate can become the dragon. There's other elements going into it now that make it a lot more dark and gritty, and it shows that the nomads are not nice people. And it also requires that monuments be finished and dragons be finished, and obviously nomads are going to be able to armor their dragons. So there's that, and there's a whole bunch of other things that we need to keep in mind. But I hope that answers the nomad question.
Go to mapping while the grip pen is still selected. So I have to go mapping. Ugh! Okay, go to mapping.
What have you done?
Go to mapping. Okay, I am on mapping. Enable you. Wait. Oh! Does it work now?
Yeah, I read the nomad. Dragons are able to going to look sickly and strange, probably because of the
It
portrait.
works now.
So I can't wait to see what's done. Oh, great.
It was a fucking check mark I didn't check off in my settings.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it's like a super hidden, like microscopic fucking check mark.
It's always one thing. Emo in chat says, Ek, you've made the nose too short.
No, I didn't.
No.
I refuse to be told such lies.
Is it more like, is the nose more like keratin, or is
Yes,
it like
it's
got
keratin.
veins and
It's
like,
keratin.
right? So in order to protect Icycrowns from poachers, do we have to cut off all their horns?
Yeah, you have to dye them so they don't use it.
Yeah.
What's puppy? Right, okay. Now we go bake, not the new normal, but we need to go bake the rest of them. Hold on, it's the wrong window. Please, puppy, stop it! Oh my god, hold on, I'm changing windows fucking frantically because this is not doing a thing. Oh, please, puppy, stop.
No, Emo,
Please.
I saw that the person said hi. I'm just trying to ignore him. Otherwise he won't shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, he's stealing my mouse, guys. He's... Oh my god, help. He's pressing all the buttons.
Just punt him.
Oh, he's moving around the window. No, no, don't! He's moving around.
Oh, I'm seeing the screen move.
Yeah, he's. Oh my god.
Weather Fang says, I'd love to see the Icycrown be a fluffy little baby. Then when it's grown up, the keratin take over the fluffiness. Is that possible, Ek? To
What is
make
what?
the babies super fluffy?
No, not
Make
right
the
now.
babies
No.
super fluffy.
No, because that requires me to take away measures, and that's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So right now, actually, when it's a baby, I didn't show you because I didn't enable it on the fluff. There's no fluff at all. The fluff is like an adult, sub-adult thing. Right, Swabby? Yeah? Yeah, did you steal my... You stole my mouse. Like, he's literally running away with my mouse.
So, I'll just get it back. So, Dragon Gaming. Imagine if you could improve the weaponry with dragon parts, like attaching an Icycrown nose spike to a spear. Well, the thing is with that is our game is... We're aiming it for it to be relatively realistic. In terms of there's no magic, there's sort of nothing like that. So, people didn't kill rhinos, cut off the horn and put it on a spear because you have metal. Metal is better than keratin. So it wouldn't make a difference. Like, you're just making a weaker spear, so it's not something we'd add into the game. We probably would add armor, making like leather armor from the hide of a dragon, which would probably be stronger than regular leather, and maybe some sort of bonus to whatever the dragon is, but we wouldn't make it over the top. Shut up, George. Only adults get the beautiful mane. The babies are just tiny, spiky porcupines. Well, not even that; they're just smooth. I have a question about ballistas. Are all the bolt types like homing missiles against all dragon types land air, or only harpoon bolts can also? No, so no, there'll be no auto for humans at all. You're gonna have to aim it like you would a bow. You're gonna have to calculate, the range from the target, how far away it is. I forgot the term.
Are you gonna leave my PC alone? Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna annoy me. How far away it is, so you're gonna have to determine the height of fire, and all that sort of stuff. There's no,
Yeah, the bullet drop.
There'll never be any homing missiles. Bullet drop. That was it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're gonna have to account for drop.
You're not gamer enough.
No, I just forgot it for a second because I'm answering so many questions.
Yeah, because you're fucking useless.
Honestly, I'm personally not a fan of how the Nomad's dynamic with the dragons is cool, but not for me. Probably going to be play unofficial, make up my own stuff, or just ease a part of my mind. No. So you can imagine it's a different way, but the dragons aren't going to change in appearance. They're all going to be sickly, and you have to do it in a certain way. Unless in the far, far, far distant future when the game is finished and someone mods it to change it. But we won't be changing that because it's a core part of the game. I forgot that dragons are in fact big reptiles. No, their scales are not better than metal. Can't have many decorative dragon spears, but wearing the skin sounds fascinating. Yeah, it would be similar to making leather. So you harden the scales, and then you could wear its armor, depending on the dragon, of course. Is everything on one UV map?
What the fuck do you mean? No, it's on a UDIM. There's two. It's on one UV, but it has two tiles. And that's only for the large dragons as well, so people can shut up. It's like, oh, everything's gonna have UDIM. No, only the large motherfuckers are gonna have that. That has like a wingspan that is like at least 5 times its fucking body. Thank you, Randolph.
George says, is there any dragon diseases? We have spoken about adding diseases and stuff, but probably not in the main game. We'd probably add it a little while afterwards. And more like the diseases would sort of be like, they'll be more like illnesses. So if you eat raw meat and, if you eat tainted meat or diseased meat, then your dragon will get sick, that sort of thing. That one no-winged dragon that is icy element, if you get to that one's hide, wouldn't you be super tanky if your skin, or are you... I think it would just be a heavy variant of armor, but it wouldn't be... You know, it'll still be good, and it will offer cold protection and insulation and that sort of stuff. But this is something we're not actually looking into just yet, because armor is very expensive to make for humans, because we have to do light, medium, and heavy, and then on top of that we have to do male and female, which isn't that hard to do, but it's still a lot of work. Also, if we do it for every single dragon, that means that there would be 15 different types of armor, times that by 3, and then times that by 2, and that's how many different armors you have to do for dragons. So
Yeah,
it's not
and imagine like one set of
any
armor
constant.
can easily cost like 1k each.
Oh, way more than that now. So, it's expensive. So what we're probably going to end up doing to save money is we'll probably make like one set of armor that is just a full body suit. So it's not separate parts, it's just a suit of armor. And then each dragon would have one set. So depending on the dragon, so the Icycrown, maybe it has medium armor. Whereas if you went Arduin armor, then it would be like light armor because it's so small. Maybe if you had the Sevrix, the icy one that doesn't have wings, then that one would be like heavy insulated armor and that sort of thing. Think of it like a hazmat suit from Rust, I guess.
Sorry, I'm just like making sure the base is functional. Looking nice. I should take off.
Oma has brought me some chicken. Thank you.
Right, the fucking... Ugh, I gotta do the stupid standard skin. I don't wanna do it. There's like some purple, some shit in there. There's a red cyan, I think it is.
I'm sorry, but I'm 100% with a baby dragon skull as a helmet role-playing crap, if that's possible.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm all for slaughtering babies just to grab their skulls, honestly. That sounds pretty fun.
I'm all for pushing the soft spot on a baby's head. Is there going to be a dragon rabies or any feral NPC dragons? No. Although we have joked around it, around the idea of it for Halloween, but Amethyst Gamer says, "Oh my stars, this is very cool model. The neck scales look so sharp."
Yeah, the Icy is very sharp. He's very sharp indeed.
Yeah, so all animals will produce some form of meat. So that could be just animal meat, fish, bug flesh, or whatever else.
Just trying to put colors. I'm gonna try and keep it in the same ballpark.
Oh no, Draconia, they're not going to be raised correctly at all. It's less so raised and more so you have dragon, you put dragon in box, you feed the box. My brother says I poked a baby's soft spot when I was younger. My friend's brother. It was nasty. Well done, Josh.
I was about to say, like, is that gonna lead into a joke? About, like, how somebody is stupid because you touched the soft spot?
I did it to George. I like smashed him against the wall twice, so fucked. Yeah, my brother said no joke. No joke there, he just did that.
Trying to come up with a base. Like, I'm just winging this. No pun intended.
Weather Fang says, I appreciate you all so much, how much you guys are letting us watch and question you about the game. So much more interactive than most survival games, and I love you all. Love how you all. Love you all? English. There we go.
I was about to ask, like, are you having a stroke?
I think I am. Help.
Because you're so fucking fat, man.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. Or as Crash Bandicoot says, wow.
Wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, X said she wanted to stream every day, but I had to make sure that we didn't.
Very funny.
Yeah, it's bully Ek hours, so any jokes you want to make about Ek. Weather Fang, you can't get copies of the game on Patreon. You have to go to Indiegogo.
Or wait for next year.
Almost 40 people. Hello, everyone. If you've got more questions, just ask.
The fuck are 40 people doing
I'm just
here?
in the middle of chewing. Yeah, I'm surprised there's this many people on a Friday. Bye, George. Dragon Gaming says, I'm not here for the dragon, I'm just here to listen to funny commentary while I read books. What book are you reading?
Fucking bookworm.
Book. Nerd.
Nerd! We found a nerd over here! Fucking nerd!
We got a nerd.
We got a nerd!
Everyone spam nerd in the chat.
Call them a nerd real big! Real, like right now.
Nerd.
Nerd!
Yes. Everyone spam nerd. Oh no. They're reading a web novel called The Bears and the Bees about beekeeping.
That is so nerd. Nerd! Oh no, this
Nerd.
guy's acoustic. It's kind of like spray painting this shit. Like you need to make an undercoat, and then after that you make all the patterns.
Yeah. Early access next year. We're aiming to do that, yeah.
If we don't get a wall, yeah.
Um,
Everybody
wow.
got up put into
Whoa.
stuff for me.
when you land as a dragon from diving, will you shake the ground or take full damage?
Depends on how hard you land, because a land is there's a fine line between a land and a crash.
Hmm. Colouring for the Icycrown. Yes, that's yeah. As X said, she's doing the undercoat, and then she'll be doing the top coat. You're writing your second book. Well, I haven't heard of it, so it's clearly not that. No, what's the book about?
Beekeeping, I swear.
Beekeeping, please. Although I love beekeeping in games, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fine in games because you don't get stuck.
Are there any plans to release more dragons out of the current roster in the game? So yes, there will be the backers that have pledged the custom dragons. They will be added, but past that, it will depend on how well the game goes. If it goes well, then yes. If it doesn't, then probably not. Is this a new skin or something fancy that my tiny brain can't comprehend? This is the default skin for the Icy.
Yeah, I'm just doing the undercoat for it. Because it has changed so much from the original that I have to, like, just do something special for it. And don't worry about, like, these untextured bits. That's just something I have to, like, deal with and do some stuff after.
Thank you, Emo. They're making a book. It's a dark fantasy. MC becomes villain of his world kind of deal. Oh, fair. Everyone I know is very excited about this game, spreading the word as much as we can because we love the overall concept of the game. Thank you. Oh, 41 people. Wow.
When can we get 69?
Oh, yeah, let's get 69. Woo! Firestarter, I'm outside. Sound is muted. Cannot hear clack. Admiring eyes. Said, how rude.
Yeah, it's not like you're missing out on anything. I wish I could not hear clack.
We know that's a lie.
What the fuck do you mean we? It's just you. It's what you tell yourself so you feel good.
Sure, Ek. I know your secrets.
The fuck do you mean secrets? I hold no secrets.
How many backer dragons are there so far? As in, how many people have pledged for one so far? I think two. Two have.
Yeah.
I think it's the acid and lightning. Oh no, icy and lightning. I don't know, one of those.
Definitely an acid was taken. Because there was some fight
Lightning
over
and
that.
acid. There's still ice, water, and fire available. So if you want to go back it right now, me and my friend Rick can't wait for the game. We plan to make an RP server for it. Oh, good luck. I wish you well. Dragon on Game and Backer Dragons, I do not remember what. Basically, we have a very high expensive tier where people could help us design a dragon, and then we will add it to the game for everyone, not just them. So in one of the videos, you mentioned adding night vision, which would make the dragon's eyes glow with the eyes. Will the eyes glow differently depending on the dragon? Maybe. Don't know yet.
No, I don't want to say so. Stop it.
Oh yeah, Fun Cane. Unfortunately, Indiegogo hates my debit cards and will not let me pledge anything. Check if Indiegogo supports your bank, and if they do, then you can contact their support and they'll help you out. We've had a few people that have had problems.
Please do not smash my foot right now. Voom is his answer, which means like I'll smash. Let me smash.
Consent not needed. Becky, let me smash. So we're going to be trying out a new thing, guys. Where we're going to see how this goes. It's a little bit of an experiment. We're going to try and do a skin stream during the week. And then on weekends, we'll be doing whatever. So we could be doing animating, rigging, or whatever Ek needs to do to progress the icing.
Fine,
But
okay, I'll go
we'll
down
see how
there.
that goes. We'll see how it goes because Ek struggles with these streams sometimes. But he wants the foot. Sorry, I'm just chewing. Apologies. Emo, he actually also has a picture of like her hand. um, Scarlet Rose, I love that idea. It shows us how things are made / done in overall progress, so we aren't left waiting on updates as often. Yeah, you know,
I'm back.
we don't think the way that some developers do their things is that good because they're not communicating with their communities, and the community is what's important. If you don't grow the community, your game's not going to grow either. Also, we like being open, but we're not going to listen to the community all the time. There's a fine balance. We don't want a bunch of yes men. Yes men are the deaths of games. When I heard a skin stream, I thought of Leatherface activities, not dragon making. Could be the same thing. That was very nice chicken, by the way, Voom. How is Spab? Is he released?
Yeah, he's having a post nut on the floor. Like, he's flat as fuck. He's having a fat nap right now. Like, he's gone. He's passed out.
I know that feeling. Have you guys worked on other games before?
Yeah, I have.
Egg, what have you worked on?
Many things.
Egg, name your favorite one.
Oh, fuck, if I know favorite. I mean, I've done... I've worked a little bit on, like, Primal Carnage Extinction. I've done some Wolf Quest stuff.
Okay, now
I've
name
done
your worst
some
one.
smaller... I've done some smaller, like, indie game stuff. Which I'm still doing, obviously. I even did something for fucking Ferocious that came out. But yeah.
Is that the failed one?
The failed one?
The
No,
Ferocious?
Instinction. Instinction is the failed one.
Oh, right.
Ferocious is
Did you work
the
on that as
first
well?
person thingy that it's been out for a little bit. YouTubers going mental on that. I did like a single thing on that for it. Not even sure it got used ever. Wait, is this meant to be
I
customizable?
wonder... Hmm?
Is this meant to be customizable?
I think you said you wanted to make it customizable.
Yeah, I mean, it's base skin. It's the one you're gonna be looking at the most. You don't want to look like 100% like the rest.
Yeah, then sure. Wow, we
I'm
already
crying.
have got one of them customized.
Look at this! I forgot to put the fucking symmetry back on. Oh, well, I'll just do it on
Set
this
it back
side.
on now.
It's okay, this is why we have asymmetry, so we can have it unique on both sides.
Is that what you're going to say, is it? I cannot toss my money at William. What a tragedy. Big sad. I wonder, will dragons that are meant to group have a rally system like Wolf Quest? It would be so scary to hear a murder of...
Clack does not know what
I
the
don't know
rally
what this
system
does.
is. Basically, you're howling and then you get like a little buff. So the more people that are howling
Oh.
together with you and then like rallying each other up, you get a buff out of it. The whole group.
I think that would make sense for certain dragons, but not all of them.
Well, they didn't say all of them.
Well, they said, I wonder will dragons that are meant to group have a rally system?
Yeah,
so.
that are meant to group up like big groups, like the big group boys, you know.
Big group boys. Needs says, any plans for aircom? Yes.
Obviously.
Heck, don't be rude.
I'm not rude. I'm just stating facts.
Heck. Slap you on the wrist.
Harder.
Punches, no. If you get attacked and hurt, would you have scars to show you lived?
Huh?
Heck, this is up to you.
What did you say?
Scarring. Like, after scarring after combat.
Yeah, I mean, we do talk about it. It might be a possibility. But I do think, like, I'm gonna make, like, a battle damage version that you can unlock, probably by doing some little achievement, like, oh, you survived with less than 5% health somehow through, like, from a battle. Then you'll get, like, a battle scarred version you can... That's, like, a model change.
Yeah, but I think they're more asking, like, if they get injured while fighting someone, and then the injury heals, would they then get a scar somewhere on the model's body while
I
playing?
mean, that'd be cool. I don't know.
I think it would be more like this the scarring update, right? Or something.
Yeah, I think
like where we
we'll
added
just
all
call it like
dragons.
the blood and battle for blood. You know, I don't know. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's just a update in the future. I think that would be a feature more than a core mechanic. In other words, Beck is so sassy this stream. Then we'll need to punish her. Extra work.
It's in my
Egg,
name.
an additional
Egg.
stream for you. Egg. We have to egg on. Like pot pathogens. I don't know what they do with it. Like I've played some of them, but I don't remember them. They weren't really memorable.
Pot is just
Pathogens has a mechanic.
Pathogen just does like simple scarring and damage system. Like if you get hit on the tail, like you get a bunch of scars on the tail or whatever. But I don't think the scars look nice. They look like old fried bacon.
Right. So they're just doing the what human scars look like, basically, kind
Yeah.
of like shiny. Yeah. Someone's made a pun. Pretty sure expected for them to be like that.
Haha.
Oh, apparently they improved that recently. It's still not amazing, but it's better than it was.
I don't know. I have it, but I don't play it. I mod it, but I don't do
Hey, the only
anything.
games that you play is when we're playing games, or occasionally play like RimWorld, which is rare.
It's rare I play anything lately.
Although you do have those fake hours in Blender.
It's open all the time because it just is too much for me to like close it. It's literally too much. Why close it when I have to open it again like 10 minutes later?
Uh, do you guys plan on having a generation feature for nesting or something like that? For the skins, yes. But there won't be any stats for dragons in the game.
Do you mean generations as in like keeping a fucking, what's it called, like a family tree? I don't know how hard that would be to put in. I don't know.
What they said is, do you guys plan on having a generation feature for nesting or something like that, such as second generation babies being stronger or something? Now, since there's no stats, no, but there will be generational features such as skins. So, if you spawn on in a nest, then you will have the colors of your parents and the
No skin mixing.
patterns that they have available. They don't mix the skins, as X says, but you'll be basically, if they're with the customizable skins, such as what X is doing now. If you had, say, customizable skin 1 and customizable skin 2, then you would have the option of choosing 1 or 2. But then, after selecting that, you would only get the color options of both. You wouldn't get any others. Maybe like a sort of like a highlight color we'd add so that it's different for everyone, but it's to show that you're from the sort of the same net. If you spawn randomly, then you do whatever you want. Will temperature be a factor in survival? Yes, in the future. Probably not for the alpha. So dragons will have to obviously find shelter. Humans will have to wear insulated clothing or the opposite, depending on where they are.
Stupid wings, get out! I don't want you.
Have you guys got any more questions? We're more than happy to answer. If you've got questions about the game, the lore, the Indiegogo, if you want to ask Ek her most deepest, darkest secrets, you can ask those. Or if you want to ask Hank Silly, don't mind, we've done that before. Any plans for debilitating wounds in the future? I think we've spoken about like leg breaks or wing breaks before, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the far future?
Yeah.
Those would be interesting to do. But humans wouldn't have any debilitating wounds because they're already...
Being one is a debilitating wound.
Yes. We give players have a chance to spawn with schizophrenia and they'll just randomly see people.
They'll randomly start seeing Williams everywhere.
Yeah. So backer skins can only be passed down by the people who own those skins. Like if I had a backer skin, I can pass it on via nesting, but whoever I nest in can't pass it on. Exactly. Yes, that's how it would work. Are we allowed to hunt the weakest member of the dev team every year? Yes, you can hunt Ek every year.
I'll have God mode.
I know
on,
there'll
I'm sorry.
be God mode and an AK-47. I know there will be underwater dragons. Can you tell us if you have any ideas for nesting underwater habitat? So there probably will be underwater cave systems that they'll be able to go into. There will be coral reefs that they'll be able to sort of lay the eggs in. Water dragons aren't really... They're more solitary. But they will then group up with their adults. But it depends on which water dragon. Some of them will have to lay eggs in brine pools that will be under the water. And there'll be a few other things. But we're not really sort of looking at water dragons. They'll be the last thing that we add. Because they require an entirely multiple new biomes to be added, new features to be added. Humans would need boats, and there would need to be monuments, and that's very complicated. So they'll be the last dragons to be added. Will there be gunpowder updates for humans? No, there'll be no gunpowder for humans. No gunpowder weapons. We may add like an explosive for raiding, but not any like guns.
Put the explosive on the fucking catapult or something. The ballista.
Yeah, I
Shoot
was
down a
more thinking
dragon.
about like grenades. Or like satchel charges sort of thing. Like you have to put it on a base. In other games in the genre, aquatic creatures feel isolated from everything else happening. I also interested in how you plan to make aquatic creatures interesting in a terrestrial. So I believe that all the dragons can actually come out onto land. They're just really shit at it in some cases. Humans will be able to make ships and boats, and they'll be able to have diving bells to go to the ocean floor to scavenge wreck and some monuments in the future. Adding, so dragons will be able to interact with there. Human boats will also be able to fish and go whaling, because whale oil would be incredibly whale meat and whale oil would be incredibly lucrative business. So they'll be able to also hunt the water dragons. Anyway, that's the plan. If that comes to fruition, discussion. But for dragons, there'll be other sea creatures, and there'll be, we're going to try and make it as interesting for the ocean. So that could mean like underwater cave systems, which lead up into sort of an under sort of area. Brine pools. So if a dragon gets pulled into a brine pool, then that dragon will get paralyzed, basically. There are land dragons that specifically are designed to hunt in water. So the prawn reaper, who is a land dragon that is it's good wherever it goes, but it's a medium dragon, so it's hard to sort of deal with things. But yeah, we have a few things planned. You've spoken and shown many features regarding humans versus dragons, combat mechanics. What about humans and dragon cooperation? I remember it being briefly spoken. So, Prophet, if you go to the Discord, our Discord, there is a section called Nomads in the Q&A. It's all in there, but it's basically grim dark. We swapped it to be more grim dark, so it's more aggressive and violent relationship between the human and the dragon. You'll have to spawn as humans. You then will progress as a normal human would until you get to a research path, and you can choose to become nomads. Once you become nomads, you go back, so it's a very big decision. And you will then have to steal an egg from somewhere, bring it back to the base, and you will have to use a method to grow the egg, which we sort of haven't said, kind of, but it will involve basically putting it in an incubator of sorts, growing it using special foods, and possibly the involvement of William eggs. Then once it's fully grown, or partially, or however we decide, one of your human nomads can, so one of your friends or yourself can
Sacrifice.
enter a device. So you can kind of sacrifice yourself on a device, and then your sort of essence gets put into the dragon, and you become dragon until that dragon dies. So that's kind of how we're getting around nomad dragons being able to talk to each other as well, because it's the mind of a human. The dragon will also be deformed, and it won't be as strong as a wild dragon, but we're going to offset that with humans being able to provide them with armor. We briefly talked about maybe doing some sort of modular feature with the dragons. So when you're growing it, maybe you could be like, oh, give it extra spikes or scales for defense or claws or whatever. But those are things that we've sort of only recently spoken about. But yeah, you will eventually team up. It's not so.
You're lagging out again. Like half your words out.
I finished what I was saying. You've spoken to show many features. Said that. For some reason, watching the skin making feels like the Icycrown is just putting on all its makeup. Yes. Do you think sea dragons could snatch other dragons out of the skies, shoot them down at some point? Yes. Silver says, hi, first time seeing a stream in a while. While it's live, I've enjoyed watching previous things of 3D modeling and stuff. Good content, very fun. Also, will Luminara be able to... Can it?
What do you say?
Then
Will
where's the
Luminar
fire
be
glide?
able to, and then it cut out?
Is it fly or glide?
I think it glides. Lumi glides.
Glides, but that's going through a redesign as well.
Which track?
I said Luminara. Yeah, it's a glider, but it's going to go through a redesign. The Icycrown's giving me Let's Slay in both looks and combat. Yes. Will non-nomad humans have mount options that can glide or fly? No. There will be no flying AI or gliding AI in our game. It ruins a lot of things. If you look at Ark, everyone just flies around. No one really runs around. And some of the most popular maps are the maps where you don't need flyers. Also, combat becomes just left-click spamming in flight, and we don't want that to happen. So humans will be able to tame like horses, gaith, which are kind of raptors. They'll be able to tame larger things like wraith, which are like sort of T-Rex, Allo-esque things. There will be different things that humans can tame, but none of them will fly, none of them will glide. Some of them, we may make one that's something we probably will do. But there'll be some that can climb up cliffs, and there'll be insectoids, lizards, mammals, all that sort of fun. Imagine being able to mount a ballista on top of a nomad dragon. That wouldn't be a thing, but you will be able to equip ballistas on top of other mounts that are sort of like bigger dinosaur-esque things. They will act more as moving fortresses. How large is the power level between early game and late game human?
We don't know yet.
The combat, the combat for humans is going to be skill based. So I think if you have a good enough player, you could probably take on someone with high end gear. Put it that way. But that's more up to the player. It is swords, bows, crossbows, siege equipment, and medieval gear. So whatever you think about that. Can you tell us what the next dragons you guys plan on working on is? I think it's the Industrious, isn't it, after the Icy?
Yeah.
Or you...
I think so.
So it's So what I think the plan is Icycrown, Industrious, then it's the Vitreous, and then it will be the Kirin. Because the Kirin's going to get a bit of a touch up as well now. Possibly. Depending on the time. I also know that dragons will have hordes they can build and I think sleep in. How will you guys deal with logging out and stuff like that? Will cows be like POT? So the hordes are going to work similar to how the dragons play. So dragon players, when they log out, they spend 60 seconds or however long logging out of the game, and then their bodies disappear from the world and they're safe. Humans' bodies will stay in the world, and that's it. With the hordes, if a dragon has a horde, they will have the option to log out anywhere, just as they did before. They'll take 60 seconds and then they log out. However, that means their horde will stay in the world for probably around 10 minutes, and then it will log out with them. However, if the dragon then goes into the horde before logging out and logs out while it's on, the horde will probably log out with them, but the log out timer will be low. This is basically just a balancing feature, so that way if you're being not careful, not logging out with hordes, then your horde could be raided by other dragons or human people. So it's a way to sort of balance that out. Would a fully upgraded player, assuming they're skilled and a master human, be able to fight against spam clicker Icycrown? Probably not alone. To take on a dragon, the dragon needs to either be dumb, or you need to be prepared to kill a dragon. If a human that is fully equipped will stand a lot better chance alone, I guess, than someone that's early game. But it's still one player versus the dragon, so again, it's up to both the players' skills. Might any dragons or predatory AI have the ability to play dead as a no. That's probably not going to be a thing.
No, but you're not gonna let people ragdoll around.
No. I was curious, what your favourite AI creature? I really like the woodcrackers. I kind of like the wraith and the scathe, or the William. I don't know. I like quite a lot of them. Oh, maybe the fairy grub actually.
I fucking loved fairy grub. Just like the grub form, just like this little sausage that's very hairy, very very cute.
What about when it turns into the little guy?
It's also a little guy. It's a very cute little guy.
Little guy that like turns rocks into like iron and shit. Goodbye, weather. Have fun at work. The fairy grub is a little AI boy that could fit on a man's shoulders, so it's a very big grub. And you find it in like rotten logs, or just on the ground in a cave or something. And if you pick up that grub and you keep it fed, and you keep it on your shoulders for a week in game, it will slowly cocoon, and it will turn into a like a beetle-esque thing, and he will eat stones and other things, and it will turn them into more value resources. It's just a happy little guy. He does have drawings very far back in the dev updates. I don't even know if I have. I'll see if I have it somewhere. Oh, tell you what, if you go to general media on the Discord, I'll post it in there. There's the fairy grub. Oh, and the fairy grub has a little light on its tail like a firefly, so you can use it as a light source. If humans stay in the game while logged out, will there be places like inns you could pay to protect yourself from being attacked/robbed? Well, you have to take over houses, so you can sleep in your own house. If you were to log out in a safe zone after a few hours, I imagine that you'll just get killed by the AI, because they'll be like, we don't accept homeless people in this town.
That'll be a little bit too hardcore. There's a reason why it's a safe zone.
Yeah, but not for logging out, otherwise you'll get tons of players logging out in a safe zone with like their best gear, and that shouldn't be allowed.
I mean, you can just have a dragon swoop by.
What do you mean?
You can just have a dragon swoop by.
What, and just kill all the...
Yeah! Yeah, just you just have to be tanky enough to survive the onslaught, and then just fire breath it, and then people will die.
Well, safe zones, you're not going to be able to do damage to other players. So I think that would work the same with dragons. I don't think humans would be able to equip weapons. Anyway, thank you for the reply. I love gliding stuff in games, so that's going to be fun. Also, 2 questions about the Arduin. Does it have gills, and what's the redesign like? The Arduin is not getting... Oh wait, no.
It has gotten... It's more like a seal. No, it does not have gills. It's like a... It breathes air.
Wait, it's not a mammal. Never mind, ignore me. But it's... it's more like a seal, so it's chunky. Dude, we have horses. It's just a chunky guy. Depending on if the safe zone is in a town or something, you have thieves that steal their equipment when they... no, so players aren't going to be able to take... So safe zones are... You're not going to be able to kill other players in the safe zone. You're not going to be able to equip weapons in the safe zone. You're not going to be able to, steal other people's stuff. They're safe zones for a reason. If you log out in the safe zone, though, like after a few hours, you are going to get killed. Your stuff will remain in the safe zone until you despawn, which only you would be able to, I would imagine.
Spubby, stop it. Let him fly. Jesus Christ, stop being mad at him.
He's jealous.
No, he's not jealous. He just hates when he flies. Like, he hates when he just flies right next to him and then he gets a pick. No, he goes running at him. He's actually gonna run and pick at him right now. No, he goes second thoughts.
Oof. There was a woman was getting pulled over by some police officers for like assault on someone, and they put her in the back of a police car on railway tracks, and then a train came and hit the car that she was put into the back of. The 2 officers got fired, and she won a lawsuit of 8.5 million. Damn. And she was fine. Right, guys, so we are getting very close towards the end of the stream, actually. So if you have any more questions, please start asking them, because Ek does not tolerate late questions.
Maybe it's just you I don't tolerate.
Is texturing different than skin making, or is this a skin? I'm not really familiar with the process. Someone asked.
Texturing and skin making is the same thing. Skin is a texturing. Texturing is not necessarily a skin. Texturing also means like breaking down normal maps, details, and other stuff. But skin making is texturing. Skin is just like the layman term. Texturing is like the correct term. But it's also a very broad term.
Can you eat the William? Yes, we have an entire like sort of cooking feature planned for them. So the Williams you can cook up into jerky or just the cooked meat.
Or put a straw on the
and
egg.
the eggs. Yes, the eggs. You'll be able to. So William eggs are like giant frog spawn. So you'll be able to get a straw and put it into the egg and slurp out all the juicy goodness from the egg. So there's that. Will wild dragons be able to talk to nomad dragons? Wild dragons.
You cut out so they can't hear you.
No AI dragons. Shut the fuck up. No. Will wild dragons be able to talk to nomad dragons? So I'm assuming by wild dragon players. No. Because they don't understand each other. Because they're nomad dragons are humans in the minds of dragons, so they don't understand. Yeah. How do you envision owned castles being raided by other human kingdoms? They have to siege with catapults and such. Yeah. So they'd have to use battering rams, siege towers, ballistas, not catapults, trebuchets. Catapults are used against people more so than buildings. Trebuchets are used against buildings. Ladders and all those sort of stuff. And then it will be a fight to get to the claim point, which will probably be the keep, and then take over or destroy whatever's there. Will there be text chat similar to other survival games? Yeah, of course. Will there be a way to craft special arrows like poison arrows or arrows that you can light before shooting? Yes. To begin with, there will only regular arrows and fire basket arrows. So fire basket arrows, medieval, a little basket, and then you would fill the basket up with flammable material, and shoot it. It was mainly used to set things on fire. It wasn't used or anything. We may make that different and make it more of like a splash damage sort of thing. But yeah, poison arrows will come later, and then we will also be adding different arrow types in the future. We already have the models. It's just the coding be a pain in the ass to do. But there are different arrowheads like broadhead arrow, armor piercing arrows, which are kind of, they don't have any tips. They're just basically a point. There'll be arrows which will be harder to, if you pull them out, There'll be a few other ones like that as well. I can imagine like 7 years down the line, Kingdom on a shalopod. Yes, those will be fun. So shallopods will be able to like drag siege equipment or carts and things. How varied will dragon attack movesets be? Does each dragon only have the one special ability listed, or do they... normally dragons have like 2 or 3, I think. They'll have separate sort of abilities. In terms of attack movesets, like melee and stuff, we're going to be working... The Icy is going to be the first dragon that... So, I think when they're being made... Ek, we were going to have a call, weren't we? And we were going to come up with some. Because it's a bit more difficult, because you haven't done that before.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're going to be similar to... Imagine boss movements in some games. Or another way to think about it is sort of like Dark Souls, but if you were a dragon. So they'll be different enough. I mean, we never didn't put effort into playing humans. It's just that dragons take we have more people here that are here for dragons than humans, but once humans are being worked on, then human players will start to arrive, like from Rust, Ark, DayZ, or whatever other survival game there is. Monster Hunter, not a fan of it. I think it's boring. But I know people on the team like Monster Hunter. Sorry, it's not that I find it boring, it's just that I don't like the style thing they're going for.
We got 15 minutes.
15 minutes, everyone, before we end. So please, any questions? The Icycrown skin looks like a gummy.
It'll probably taste like one too.
Are the birds in the background of X Mike? Yeah, those are her pigeons.
Oh, you probably heard
Is the
Snoot
new one a
moaning.
pigeon or is it a dove? Ek, is Snoop,
He's
is
a pigeon.
He a
He's a
dove
pigeon.
or is he a pigeon?
He's a pigeon.
Yeah.
Doves are very, very small.
Dragoni says, I'm a weird case. I absolutely would die for realistic depictions of weapons in games or media and realistic fighting choreography. But at the same time, big sword do anime stuff. No, I hate when people hold like giant weapons and they are able to use them. Like, a great sword is so fucking heavy, and that's why they were never normally used in... But that is something we let players in the game use as a weapon. Like, greatswords were more ceremonial than weapon. Mainly used for chopping off people's heads. Will there be a limit on tamed AI for regular? Most likely, but we need to see what we're able to achieve with within the game itself, code-wise. what programs do you use to model and texture dragon?
Modeling, I use Blender for the most part. Detailing and sculpting. You can use Blender nowadays, but like I use ZBrush for that. And then texturing, I use Substance Painter, but you can also use Blender for that. They are updating to make it a little bit more user-friendly and to be able to hold all the information it needs.
Will humans be able to equip dragons with armor even if for looks one day? Yeah, for nomad dragons anyway. They'll be able to equip, I think what we've said is metal or just a saddle. They'll offer different bonuses and negatives. What's the planned concurrent player cap for servers? We're aiming for 100 players, but we need to test that out. If we can go for more, we'll go for more. Less, then it has to be less. It's very much a balancing state of, do you want AI in the world, or do you want players in? And I think most players are going to say more AI in the world to make it feel more alive.
But then again, you
But
don't
maybe we
need
can make
more
it
AI if you
optional.
have a shit ton of players to make it feel alive. So it's like really like a spectrum we have to look at.
Yeah, X on a spectrum.
I know.
She's all the way down one end.
Somebody has to be.
Well, humans. Yeah. Adding on to demons, will there be tameable you alone can own / around? Yeah. I think what we may end up doing for servers is we may have some servers that have less player count but are more focused on AI roaming around, and then we may have some servers that are more player focused, and then the AI not moving. It's what Rust does on some servers. So on some community servers, when they want a higher player count, so for example, I think some of the larger servers are like 7 to 1,000 players server, which is nuts. But they make their animals, they remove all of their AI, so they're just standing still and they don't move. And then players can run up to them and kill them and get their stuff, because they are more PvP focused servers. We could probably do something similar in the future if it turns out we can't support both players and AI in time. Yeah, does anyone else have any more questions? We got 11. I really want there to be a mechanic where dragons can scoop up random humans and fly off. There will be grabbing and like picking up stuff in the future. That may be in the alpha actually. I think that is something we spoke about. But it's not going to be like there'll be separate animations for every single animal. It's more going to be there'll be a pickup for small creatures, a pickup for medium, a pickup for large, and then a pickup for this animal is too big. And that sort of stuff. hard to do that and seek out human player interactions. How big will the map be once the game is fully finished? I mean, the map currently is something like 12 by 12, but a playable version of 10 by 10 or something. We will add more maps in the future, like a desert map, a winter map, a jungle focus map, and that sort of stuff. Came for the dragons and found myself falling in love with the idea of human mechanics, so I hope more people do as well. Yes, humans. I think humans are going to be more. But obviously, we'll have to see when we get there. Other claimable structures in Settler, they will, but we're going to make several different random presets, so that way it's different each time. Sorry, randomized presets. So they could be there, they may not be. Be up to the players to find them. Will there be an option in game voice chat with humans? Yeah, there'll be voice chat. VoIP. There won't be like team VoIP, it'll just be voice. And there will also obviously be global chat, team chat, and then local chat. We need to get all of the dragons to DG to unlock the next size, including the apex. So the way that we're going to do dragons, so all in the, is you'll have to. Everyone will have the small dragon unlocked, and then you'll have to, for example, if you play the Valad, and then you get that to an adult, you'll unlock the next. You'll unlock the medium dragon in the same elemental tier. So that would be. Oh, pardon me. So you'd unlock the Dustrious. And then once you get the Dustrious to adult, you would unlock the Volgan. And once you get the Volgan, you've finished. And once you've done that with every element, you'll then unlock 3 Apex Dragons, which will be like limited players can play as them on server. And they don't have elements bigger, and they'll offer variety of different playstyles. And they're more for fun rather than survival, but you can do it for survival. However, humans in safe zones will start talking about there's an apex somewhere on the map, and then it'll be almost be like a mini boss for humans to try and fight and kill. And then if it's an adult, you'll get rewards and all that sort of fun stuff. What happens if you die as an Apex? Then you die. You die, and then you'd have to respawn as either another Apex or another Dragon. Yeah, there'll be no. If you die, the penalty for dying is you've died. You're not going to make like long-lasting consequence. With the Wings of Dawn putting efforts into building and maintaining a more positive community, I know with proximity chats and in other games I've been shit on just because I started speaking and I'm a woman, trust, etc. So I know it's a little bit of a loaded question for the end of the stream. What's your question there? Sorry. Will 12 be putting efforts into building and maintaining? Oh, right. Well, I mean, we're doing that already, to be honest. There will come a point where we can't control the community. That's going to happen regardless. But just a fun little fact, for example, on the most recent video, the split between male and female, I think it was something like 45 to 55%. So there are 44% females to 55% male, which is quite surprising when it comes to games. So the community, as well in the Disney, very split. So there shouldn't be so much an issue of, you know, if you're male or female in the game, talking. There's always going to be, you know, assholes that will speak badly because you're a woman or because you sound different, but just don't pay any attention to them. And if they start, just report to one of our moderators or admins, and then you can sort of we'll handle it from there, and we'll judge if it's extreme or whatnot. What we don't want to end up happening.
You're completely cut out.
It's hard to do.
You're completely cut out.
Well, from where?
From me, like I can't hear you, and I don't know if the fucking chat can hear you because I believe
what
that
was
they
the last thing you heard? You're saying.
You cut out, like you were gonna say like a full sentence and then you just disappeared.
Okay, but when?
I don't remember because I'm trying to like keep up with all the missing parts.
Right. Yes, we can control. We're going to try and control it as best we can, but you know, things happen, unfortunately. Yeah, the demographic is pretty interesting. But yeah, so that will be ending off the stream very soon, in like a few minutes. So please get your last questions in. And then we'll be finishing up. Dragon Gaming says, fun fact, did you know that there was an actual study done on gamers that those who insulted women and disrespected them had less skill than those who didn't? I'm not surprised. It's probably because they spent all the time raging and not actually playing the game. Because apparently insecurity of skill causes lashing out to gain semblance of control. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, Ek, if you can take a few screenshots of that for the Patreon, that'd be lovely.
I'm working on it. I see. Remake. I will say standard skins. Standard. Select export.
Rusty asked, Ek, can you show us the module with the new underskin thingy?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna have to grab this guy. Don't worry about the small horns, it's still in baby form. Here's that. I'm just gonna make sure there's no... Yeah, that is one for multiply, isn't there? I don't need... Then I'm gonna make it this. Yeah, it is. Just real quick.
Dragon.
Just like the hit part at the moment.
I would say that's the best dragon in any dragon game ever.
And then
Wow.
if I enable the amateur back in post position, there we go, look at him. He's all cool.
More like icy. No, it looks very good. The dragon do be dragoning.
Gonna see if I can get another one animation. He's a cooler guy.
Look at that little guy.
His arm is behind because I have the eye key on right now. I don't wanna do much. Look at that little guy, he's very cool.
Oh, he's got yellow teeth.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, take a few fancy screenshots of that. Be perfect.
I'm just gonna grab his arm.
He's got stinky teeth. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm very surprised the amount of people that turned up and have stayed. So thank you for that. We're going to be streaming again on Sunday, and we're going to be doing either an animation or something technical with the IC, and then we'll stream again some point next week during the during the week. And we'll be continuing on with this skin. It's going to be a bit of an experiment over the next 2 weeks to see how Ek feels about it. Well, how we feel about streaming. So no promises this will be a regular occurrence, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching.
Yep.
Super boy.
Hold on, I have to actually open up the fucking window where the stream is at. Right. Right, okay. Hold on, wait. That's my OBS. Okay, now I'm ready.
Right. Bye.
Okay, boy.